I wanted to tell you about this mind-blowing session that I had recently. A client came to me and they wanted to do the full family constellation. And a little bit happened beforehand, like quite close to the appointment time. Things started going, I don't think I can come, and I'm not sure if I can make it, and it got a bit hairy, and I was like, okay. I could sense what was going on, but I couldn't speak about it yet because the client wasn't there. And I was clearly guided to, I can only do this work if the client chooses to show up. And so that's what I said. I'm here. You need to make the choice to show up or not, and that is totally your choice to make, and I honor your decision. The client chose to turn up. Before the client turned up, I was being guided and told that this was not going to be like anything that I'd done before, that it was going to look like a family constellation, but it was going to be nothing like it. That I needed to protect myself and stay open at the same time. I don't know if you've ever experienced having a conscious energy or an entity attached to you. And what that is it's a dark energy that attaches itself to you. It's nothing to be terrified of or scared of, but it's that voice in your head that says really strange things like, you should drive your car off the cliff now because you don't deserve to be in the world, or you should do this. That's not a normal, loving energy or voice that's coming from a space of love. And there's nowhere in your psyche that would actually happen. That's usually an indicator to me that there's something actually that's attached itself to you. Again, it's nothing to be scared about. It's an energy like any other energy, and it can be moved on from your space quite easily. And there's a lot of people who do this kind of work, not just me. The client was telling me stories where they had quite a few of these entities with them over the previous years. And to me, I was like, well, it's normal that we pick these things up along the way, especially as people who work and are open to energy. But I would really like to know why you're attracting so many over this period of time. That's what you're here for. That's the thing that we need to look at, because that's the thing that's really coming up for me and that's really concerning me. So then we opened the floor, and oh my God, what happened was so extraordinary. I'm mind blown by it. So basically, whilst keeping confidentiality, what we were able to do was we went back to the family had emigrated from another country. So we went back to the country of origin for this family system, and we looked at, I said, there's something in here where there's an honouring by this family of something, and there's a deal, a contract that's been done, and it just feels like it's not okay. Came to realise that there was actually something that they brought from their mother country to Australia when they moved here, and it's something that they celebrate yearly. And so we looked into that, and the deeper we looked into that, the more I became very aware, and I got all the signs that this is where we needed to look. And what it was there was something that they were praying to. And again, for confidentiality reasons, I'm not going to say what it is, but there was something they were praying to. And I was like, I think that the story that was told thousands of years ago, when this began, of this thing that they were all praying to, I believe that they were told a lie from the beginning. I believe the story that they were told was actually quite untoward, and it was coming from a really dark energy 2,000 years ago. And because your family has given itself over and prayed to this thing 2,000 years ago, it has inhabited the people of the family system for 2,000 years. Now, just stop and think for a moment about how many people that impacts within this family system. This is why it blows my mind. And the really amazing thing was, then I was like, we need to choose something, whether it's guides, whether it's healers, whoever it is, someone within your family system, or it might be you yourself. We need to choose a person to go back and do the healing. And the client was like, that's me. That's what I'm here to do. And I tell you, it's such an honor to be with people, because every time there's been something like this, when people are sent to me and I ask this question, and it's an extraordinary thing when the client realizes that it's actually them that's meant to do this work. And it's happened more than once. It's happened quite a few times, and it's pretty amazing. to watch somebody step into their power that they didn't know they even had at the start of the session. So this client went back and they did the healing and they did what they needed to do. And what it ended up being was something really beautiful, where the thing that they prayed to was actually really grateful to the client for the release, for being released from the contract, and then all of that was within the family system completely lifted from the family system. And I must say, it was a day. it was just one of the most extraordinary things I've ever experienced. And that's why now I say I do healing of ancestral trauma, because when I go into this work and the people that have been brought to me, we do so much more than what I was trained to do in family constellations. I am guided to go to the root cause of what is happening, and it takes us to places that I just didn't even know was possible. And if that sparks an interest in you and you think, oh my God, I wonder, then shoot me a DM or book with me via the website, because I'm now coming out as my full self and saying that I do this kind of work. I've always done it. I've just never advertised that I do it. But now I'm standing in my true power of who I am and saying that this is something that I can do as well. So if you'd like to get in contact, book with me via the website or shoot me a DM, because I'm ready for whatever it is that you need for me to support you.